want to thank everybody for watching Crypto Revolution, where I talk about everything crypto daily. I want to thank everybody that's been hitting that like button. Go ahead, take 2 seconds, smash the like button. Trying to get 1,000 likes a video. Get a like spike going. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please subscribe. I'll bring you the most up-to-date, pertinent crypto information on a daily basis. Jumping right into the market. Today, crypto sideways. Overall market cap of cryptocurrency, $249 billion. Bitcoin at 87.23. This is a Bitcoin 3-day chart, and we talked about this. This is a possible, just a possible, inverse head and shoulders, which is a bullish reversal pattern. Now, 14,200 is the target here. But in order for this to play out, there's still some potential downside. Potentially we see 8,000 at some point. Some people think 7,700, and that may be in the cards as well. We do have a MACD sell signal that's been confirmed on the 3-day chart. So again, we might get a relief bounce, relief rally, but there's potential for some more downside. It's not say, hey, it's going to happen the next week or 2 weeks. We just have to see how it plays out. But in the end, there's a big potential reversal in the works. This is a 4-hour chart, and I just want to talk to you about this falling wedge, which is, again, a bullish reversal short-term bounce idea, okay? So we need more confirmation on this. Just now starting to get rejected. This candle, 4-hour candle, doesn't close for another hour, 53 minutes. We had a bearish cross of the 50 and the 200. It was confirmed. On a higher time frame, this is a death cross. Already happened, already confirmed. Huge move lower. Now we've got the bearish cross of the 100 moving average and the 200's SMA coming. Potentially we see another move lower back down here to support 8,500, potentially 8,300 or 8,250 is in the cards. 68% chance this does break higher. Relief rally at that point. Now zoomed in, we want to zoom in to this falling wedge. Zoomed in 30-minute Bitcoin chart. You notice this rounded top. If you can imagine, this is, basically the bulls are winning, pushing this price action up, and then there's a change, and the bears are winning, pushing it down, and then you get a double bottom here, reverses back to the upper trend line, and now the bears are starting to take control again. If this support doesn't hold, we could see a move lower. Notice the confluence. You've got rounded tops. Confluence basically shows the same idea, gives more validity to the idea in general. You see rounded tops on the RSI potentially matches the price action. So potentially there's a move to the downside coming. Again, this can break out. 68% chance that this happens. Let me give you a target real quick. If this does break out higher, it's going to depend on where the breakout is, where the breakout occurs. Let's say it occurs here. You're at 9,000. We run back up to 9,000. Potentially, we go back to this chart, and then we continue lower from there. So, again, this is not what I want to happen. We always need to trade what the charts are telling us, not what we think or feel. I've got a cryptocurrency trading group. I've got 6 chat groups where everybody's calling out breakouts, posting charts, working together to trade this market. Got like 1,480 sets of eyes working together. It's so much easier to trade this market when you have people calling out, hey, this coin's moving. This coin just got added to Coinbase. This is happening. Makes it 10 times easier to trade this market. I've got 41 videos in a playlist where if you don't know anything about trading this market, you can watch these videos. You'll be making profitable trades. It's that easy. Number one reason why people join the group, I post profitable trading setups all the time, and we've been killing it. This is KNC Kyber Network. Had somebody hit me up in DM and they said, hey, Chris, thanks a lot for the setup. I made a ton of money. They said, I made $72.40 off your KNC setup that you posted a while ago. I listened to your videos about rounded bottoms, and I just kept holding. I took profits when it got listed on Coinbase. Thanks, Chris. So, yeah, essentially, look at this chart. Parabolic gains to the upside, 281% out of KNC. Kyber Network has had a very strong performance over the past few months. This person stated, thank you very much for the trading setups. They helped me a lot to determine whether to put my shorts. The only thing I'm sorry about is not joining before. I have people hit me up all the time and they apologize. Like, hey, I'm sorry I didn't join before. If you do want to join the cryptocurrency trading group, you want to pay in crypto, email me, cryptobitcoinchris@gmail.com. I'll get set up and in the group today. If you pay with crypto for 6 months, you get a 20% discount. If you pay with crypto for the year, you get a 30% discount and an additional month for free. If you do want to pay with a card month to month, you can do so. There's a Patreon link that's in the description. This person stated, I joined your group about 2.5 weeks ago. I don't know where to start. Between the videos, the setups, the advice you post in Telegram announcements, and the news you go over on YouTube, it's completely changed the way I look at this market. I've made over $3,000 trading Tezos with relatively low risk, even though the market's been bad. DGTX, I got this news just a little bit ago, an ex-employee of cryptocurrency derivatives exchange Digitex began leaking stolen Know Your Customer, KYC, on Telegram. The stolen data reportedly includes passport and driving license scans, other sensitive documentation. 8,000 Digitex users. Problem with KYC is this, and I hate giving out my information to anyone on the internet. The problem is, man, it gets leaked, it gets stolen. There really needs to be a fix for this long term. Shout out to Brian B for this. He said Line is used like WhatsApp in Asia. Line's a mobile messaging app with 217 million monthly active users. So this is called Bitfront, and it opened. It's an exchange, and this is Line's new crypto exchange. Line has 217 million monthly active users. Mainstream adoption. It's happening right before our eyes. Something huge is brewing in the cryptocurrency market. Factors to watch. Oh, it's brewing, all right. It's been brewing. Bitcoin and crypto market near key support levels that could spark a relief rally. Basically, the idea here is if Bitcoin's able to hold 8,700, could see a bit of upside. However, this person stated if, we get another drop to the downside, we could possibly see $7,500, $7,700 Bitcoin, and Ethereum might fall to as low as 190, 195. Remember, don't sleep on Ethereum. Ethereum 2.0 is coming. When you're looking for bags to fill, I hardly hear people talk about Ethereum. It's going to take off. It's got a lot of upside to it. Very interesting dynamic on the total chart, this person stated. So this is a total market cap of all cryptocurrencies. There's going to be a generational pivot precisely at the intersection of the two of the most important diagonals on the entire chart, dating back to the all-time high. Could Bitcoin be coiling in preparation for something huge? Yes, it is. Look, this is a total market cap of all of crypto. Huge triangle patterns. Well, guess what happens at the apex of these triangles? They break out. If this breaks out to the upside, remember you got Bitcoin's halving as a catalyst right about here. This breaks out to the upside. Bull run ready. That's all I'm saying. Here we go. We're off. We're running. Man, I'm so excited for 2020 with you guys. Everything we've been through, all this downtrend, just this mess right here. Boom, it's about to change very soon. Don't doubt this for a second. The bears are going to come out. Let's say we do run down to 7,700 or 8,000. Eventually, over time, the bears are going to come out and they're just, Bitcoin's going to 4K. Bitcoin's going to, listen, if we get a bounce, and the Bitcoin chart looks similar to this. Okay, if we get a bounce down here on this lower trend line, that's your aggressive buy signal. Hear me? Now, the Bitcoin technical formation makes 7,500 likely in short term, says this trader. So we talked about this idea. Hey, great idea. Here we go. This is Bitcoin USD, and he talks about an inverse head and shoulders pattern. Great idea. Here we are. Again, potentially run up to 9K. If this falling wedge breaks to the upside, run up to 9K, and then back down. You know how Bitcoin works. Gives you a little bit, takes more back. Gives you a little bit, takes more back. Downtrend, right? We know this. We've been doing this. You guys haven't chosen a VPN yet, I want you to check out PureVPN. You come to the website, the link's in the description, supports the channel. You'll miss an insane 85% off. You just basically wait a minute when you're at the website. PureVPN, I use virtual private network. Anytime I do anything in cryptocurrency, I'm super paranoid and I want to be extra safe. And so I use PureVPN. Also, if you want to trade on Binance.com where all those little altcoins are at, I use PureVPN for that. Bybit, BitMEX as well. So definitely check this out. JP Morgan report, Bitcoin receives more institutional interest as stablecoins grow in popularity. JP Morgan report. Now, just 2 years ago, Jamie Dimon, the CEO, said Bitcoin was a fraud. Well, JP Morgan just came out with a 74-page document that involves Bitcoin. Among the discussed topics, the report outlines Bitcoin's developments in terms of attracting more institutional investors. Talks about the CME, includes the fact that CME grew significantly in 2019. Bitcoin went from a scam to 74-page document. Here we go, baby. Moon mission. Vechain payments are soon going to be available in 4 million WooCommerce shops. Vechain continually in the news. Bitcoin Cash has some misdirected transactions. Essentially, there's this $2.8 million jackpot of just floating around Bitcoin Cash that's out there. So essentially, when Bitcoin Cash forked from Bitcoin in 2017, users had sent transactions that were sent to nested SegWit addresses. Well, there's a bunch of lost BCH. Around 19,000 Bitcoin Cash has been lost due to these erroneous transactions. So in essence, the miners, they're doing everything they can to hit the jackpot and earn these lost Bitcoin Cash. But it's, let's see, $2.8 million is still unaccounted for. Binance launches peer-to-peer trading on web and mobile application. This is pretty big. They stated P2P trading, peer-to-peer trading, is a more flexible model for fiat to crypto trading and allows users to choose their preferred cryptocurrencies, amount, and payment methods. They see potential to accelerate crypto access and adoption in a decentralized way. My first thought was, hey, P2P obviously takes these centralized exchanges out of the situation. There's some restrictions that will essentially be able to be circumvented with this idea. So interesting to see how this turns out. Microsoft employee steals $10 million, defrauded Microsoft out of $10 million through stolen identities, fake tax returns, and Bitcoin mixing. Former Microsoft software engineer, he got convicted of stealing $10 million from Microsoft. He was potentially going to launder the stolen funds by using Bitcoin mixing services. He stole the digital value, and then he ended up buying a lakefront house worth $1.6 million and a Tesla worth $160,000. Got to be more careful. Bitfinex and Tether chief technical officer is planning to speak publicly for the first time ever. So the story of Tether finally is going to come out through this idea. This is going to be the first time they've spoken publicly, and this is going to happen in the next month. So obviously it's going to be a good sign, probably good for the market overall. There's always been some uncertainty with Tether. However, it's huge. By market cap, Tether is the number 5 crypto by market cap, and also by volume, they're the top traded coin in the market. So something happens to Tether, there's a bunch of problems. Bitfinex claims repayment of $100 million to Tether. So Bitfinex borrowed $700 million from Tether. Well, they just paid $100 million back in USD. And so a lot of people are like, well, maybe this is why the market's dumping. Maybe this has caused a big market dump. Or maybe it's the coronavirus. Or maybe it's a run-up. And every time we have a run-up, every time we get a retracement. Right? For every impulse move, you get a retracement. 50% retracements are common in this market. Even more. 61.8%, 78.6%. We see huge retraces. I don't think it's always tied to the news. Balanced DAO is coming. So this idea is going to run on the Icon network. It's going to create tokens pegged to real-world assets. So a lot of people are super excited to see this, and Icon had talked about a stablecoin, and potentially that's what they're working towards here. This was previously announced. I talked about this, many months ago. Federal Chairman Powell talks about coronavirus posing evolving risk to the United States economy. His statement came amid worsening sell-off in the U.S. markets. And what perhaps the statement was basically, hey, everybody calm down. We know you're rattled. The fundamentals of the United States economy remain strong. Apparently, the markets didn't get the memo. Is coronavirus the reason why everything is selling off? Right? David Schwartz, he's a CTO of Ripple. He's working on a very exciting feature that could allow the creation of stablecoins on the XRP ledger. My first immediate thought is brilliant idea. You want to have any transfer of value, it needs to be stable. You don't want to have someone's transferring $1 billion, $100 billion. You get a small fluctuation in price, and that's potentially not something that banks want to incur. So that's out there. We just had to put that on the table. Honestly, banks are scared of crypto to a point. So these stable coins could potentially work around that and allow the stability that banks want, right? So stable coins and other asset-backed tokens will be able to run on the XRP ledger. I want to get some feedback from you guys. How do you think this is going to affect XRP? What's XRP's role going to be when it obviously has fluctuating value? XRP recently moved 10% in a day. If you're the bank making a $1 million transaction, even if you catch a 1% loss or 0.1%, 0.1% of $1 billion is a ton of money. So I'm just curious, like where does this work into it? Like, I'm sure a lot of you guys follow XRP. You're probably going to have really amazing answers. Leave those in the comment box. If you guys like the content that I provide on a daily basis, be sure and subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment below, hit the bell for notifications. Thanks so much. I will see you guys tomorrow.